It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Welcome back to the community, everybody, and thank you all for being part of it. It's that time of the year, and please don't skip forward. I get a few things to say, and we're going to get on and see Heather, and she loves doing her Christmas cottage tour. We may not have the biggest home on the planet, but we take pride in what we do have. This is the 1 week of the year that I do take off. We have got a lot accomplished this year, so I have a question for you, and please leave it in the comments. I usually finish out the year by doing a year in review. I was going to put that video up the following week, and it's a quick time-lapse video of everything we accomplished over 2025, of course it would be. So if you're interested in seeing that, leave it in the comments. After the tour is over and Heather and I finish out, please still stay here because I'll put a little bit of fun up at the end after Heather and I are done talking. So let's go down and see Heather. I think she should be ready, pretty sure anyhow, and let's check out Christmas time, and I'll catch up with you in the end. And also, I would like to thank everybody over this whole year that has sent in donations to my PayPal, which I really appreciated, purchased T-shirts and stickers, and sent a lot of cool items by mail and UPS. We'll leave them out, huh? Thank you very much for your generosity. It is so much appreciated, and it really helps keep the channel alive. Sorry, had to say that. Come on, let's go. So it's spooky dark out here, heading down to the house. And of course, Heather ran some old school lights down our fence. And I think I did something dumb because the last set of lights I was messing with got really dim. So that was my fault. She got her candles in the window, of course. She always does. Bear with me. I'm trying to watch the steps. All right, let me go to the front of the house. Okay, well, you'll have to ignore the Jeep I parked in the front driveway. But Heather did all that. She did our little tree out front. And she did the front of the porch. So let's walk up the hill a little bit here. And of course, she threw a couple reindeer, well, not threw them, in the yard with a snowman. She loves Christmassy. I wish we had some snow. Of course, if I plan another Christmas party, I'm sure we will. But that's what's done in the yard. There's the front porch. And of course, we have our old-fashioned sleigh. There's one by the back door that I missed. She always does a nice job. She makes it very cozy. Our nutcracker. The porch always stays lit up though year-round, just differently, each time. There's our country Santa. And Lily's barking inside. Lights around the doorway, and she always makes a homemade wreath. And that's pretty. It's an old-fashioned trunk, is what it is. And she bought a antique wicker couch. I'm sure that some of you down south maybe know, especially with the curved back end. And just our old people rockers. They stay out year-round, our wicker rockers. But she likes to give a subtle touch to the porch. So that's the porch. Let's go ahead and give a knock on the door. And there she is there. Let's go in and say hello.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Welcome to the cottage.
Thank you. So you want to show everybody your Christmas cottage tour?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to hand the camera off to you.
Okay, so this is where Slade and I sit every evening. That's our comfy cozy. We just got this picture this year from Hobby Lobby. Then you see Frosty stop by. And I am a snowman fanatic. I love snowmen. And there's a fairy. And then there's Frosty. And a gnome I made. And our Pez dispensers. Santa hat. Snowman blankets. And then that is new. Slade bought me that last year at a place called Barbara Ann's. I had to have her. She was so cute. And then here's the fairy garden. I don't take it down. I just bling it up for Christmas. And then with the light, I hang the garland and the snowflakes. And then that's the couch. I did a little bit different this year. I change things up every year. And then that's the coffee table. And then these two snowmen were found at the thrift store. And that lamp also. That was super cheap at Habitat. And then stockings. And there's the fireplace mantle. And then just a little bit of trinkets here and there. And there's Santa. And an elf. And the reindeer, she quit lighting up this year. We just got her last year. That's where I put our cards. And we're into vintage, anything that has to do with holiday, we're vintage. We love vintage stuff. And that's my snow globe that my son made me 25 years ago. And then there's our vintage Santa. The candies, of course. And my radio I got for my birthday a few years ago. There's the truck. So this is Slade's spot. And as you can see, of course, a beetle. And then here's our tree. So I do more of a natural look. We got this at Lowe's a couple years ago. If anybody likes it, because I'm always asked about it. It's just, you don't even have to decorate it. It's so pretty. And we're going to show you guys the train that one of our club members sent us, Dino. So there's the train. It's a line L. Thank you, Dino and Brittany and Avery. You guys are awesome. We love it. That's the little village I made. And of course, another snowman. And this lamp is new from a couple weeks ago. We found it at the Goodwill. And I just thought that was unique. Look at that lampshade. too cool. And there's Slade with Santa when he was a baby, or not a baby, but he was a little boy. And then this is how I did the dining room this year. Some of those bulbs I made as a kid, and then some of them are new I just made a couple years ago. I didn't do too much in the dining room this year. I kind of toned it down a little bit. So I just kind of did the poinsettias and the snowflakes. And then I redid the bathroom, and I wanted to show you guys. So I did the walls, but then I just did some antique Christmas bulbs in here. And I'm like totally into castles. So I love that look. We took pictures and somebody said, "Where's your sink?" There it is. Okay, so coming into the kitchen, it's all snowmen. And so these pictures here, they were a gift bag I seen that I liked, so I made it into a picture. I do that with a lot of things. When I see a gift bag that I like, it's a cheap way to have pictures. Okay, so then coming into the kitchen, that's my cookie jar, and this is the drink area. Everything is snowman. Frosty stays out all year. I had him for quite some time now. It's my TV. And then there's these snowmen. Snowman. And those snowmen. Goes all the way through. Fireplace is new. I just got that. It was actually a really good deal on Amazon. I thought it looked nice. I needed something for that corner that was smaller. and that was perfect because it gets a little chilly in here sometimes. So it worked. And then there's somebody did that. Darren, I think, did that of Slade in a Santa outfit. And then there's the windowsill. Table, snowmen, snowmen, snowmen. And yes, I do change the date every day. I try not to forget. And then my snowman banner. That was another bag, gift bag, that I made into a picture. And then that is the shelf I did. And the oil burner, and that stays up all year.
So don't leave yet, because after Heather and I are done closing out, I'm going to show you some old-fashioned photos at the end. Well, thank you. As usual, Heather did a great job. She really did. She makes a house feel like a home, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I think next year we might tone it down a little bit. We'll see. Heather,
I say that every year, but
you do. She says
but I
every
switch
year.
stuff out every year too.
Yeah, you do. I mean, we find a lot of stuff also, vintage items from the Habitat for Humanity, Goodwill stores. We try to save, you know, and do it on a budget. But our house may not be very big, but it's our cottage. And
I love it.
Yeah,
It's
I do too.
comfortable and it's home.
Yeah, makes it easy to heat.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank everybody absolutely for being here in the 2025 year. I hope everybody has an amazing Christmas with your family. Enjoy them and enjoy your time together. And I hope everybody has a nice warm home and good food on your table.
Yes.
Thank you for all the donations throughout the year. People sending gifts through the mail, parts, all kind of different things actually.
Yeah.
Which was very generous, and it is so much appreciated, very much. So, on that note, thank you again.
You're welcome.
I'm going to go ahead and close out, and then stay tuned in a few seconds here for a bunch of photos and some music. I hope you enjoy them. We love you all very much, and thank you for being part of the community. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
Yes.